Good day, everyone. Chapter 15 discusses IT sourcing, which refers to how organizations acquire IT services, hardware, and software. And at the core center of this is the sourcing strategy, which serves as a roadmap that guides decisions on whether to obtain IT resources internally or from external providers. So, a well defined sourcing strategy is important because it ensures alignment with business goals, cost efficiency, and risk control. And one key decision here is whether to use a single supplier or multiple suppliers. In a single supplier strategy, the organization relies on one vendor only. So itong approach na to, mas madali siyang i-manage kasi mas simple yung communication na kailangan gawin and yung coordination ay mas nagiging efficient. And it may also result in volume discounts. Pero ang major risk naman is over-dependency. Kapag yung isang supplier ay nag-fail or nag-perform siya in a poor manner, yung operations ay nadidisrupt. So, nagiging less competitive yung pressure which may lead to higher cost or lower service quality. On the other hand naman, kapag multiple supplier, this promotes competition and reduces dependency risk. Kapag yung isang supplier nag-fail, meron ka pang backup na mga providers. Pero ang approach na to ay mas complex na i-manage kasi merong inconsistent na contracts, coordination difficulties, and reduced ability to negotiate discounts. And because of these trade-offs, kailangan yung mga organizations ay i-balance carefully yung efficiency and risk pagdating sa pagpili ng sourcing strategy. Moving on to the acquisition process, this is a structured process that ensures the organization selects the most appropriate system. And ang first step dito is to define information and system requirements. Dito ina-identify yung business needs, yung problem mismo, and specifying required functions and outputs. Requirements are gathered through interviews, observation, and document analysis, and dapat properly documented yun. And itong step na to ay critical because unclear requirements often lead to system failure. And then the next step naman is to identify alternatives wherein yung mga organizations na pili sila doon sa mga off-the-shelf software, purchased packages, contracted development, in-house development, or outsourcing. And bawat option na yun, merong sariling advantages and risk in terms of cost, flexibility, and control. After identifying alternatives, the organization performs a feasibility study. This includes economic feasibility para ma-assess yung cost and benefits, technical feasibility to determine whether the system can be implemented, operational feasibility to evaluate user acceptance, legal feasibility to ensure compliance, and political feasibility to consider organizational support. And itong step na to, nai-ensure naman na yung mga mapipiling solution ay practical and sustainable para sa company. Another important step is conducting risk analysis, which involves reviewing the security of the proposed system and identifying potential threats. Sa perspective ng audit, itong step na to yung essential kasi na-prevent yung mga future vulnerabilities kagaya ng data breach or system failures. In addition, yung mga organizations din kailangan i-consider yung ergonomic requirements. Itong ergonomics nakafocus siya ay sa designing systems and workstations na dapat safe and efficient para sa mga users. This includes proper design of monitor, keyboards, and user interfaces para mabawasan yung mga risk kagaya ng eye strain and repetitive motion injuries sa mga employees or sa mga users nga. While this may seem minor, mas malaki yung magiging effect niya sa productivity, employee health, and overall system effectiveness. So, malaking issue din to or topic pagdating dito sa particular na concept na to. Next one is the selection process, where the organization chooses the best vendor. Nagasimula to ay sa request for information, which gathers general information about potential solutions, and it is exploratory and does not involve commitment. Tapos ang kasunod, syempre request for bid, which is ginagamit siya para yung mga requirements ay malinaw. Dito yung mga suppliers nag-compete mainly sa price and delivery with limited negotiation. And then, the most detailed part here is the request for proposal, kung saan yung mga suppliers nag-submit na ng mga comprehensive solutions base sa mga requirements na sinaad. And this allows evaluation based on value and not just cost. Itong structured selection process na to nag-a-ensure ng fairness, transparency, and informed decision making. After naman makapili ng vendor, yung organization ay nag-proceed na sa procurement. Pero merong mga issue dito na pwede mag-arise, kagaya ng unpredictable license fee, vendor pressure, weak technical support, and unclear maintenance cost. Ito yung nag-highlight ng importance din ng pagkakaroon ng strong contract. So, key contract requirements include defining the scope of work, system specifications, performance standards, deliverables, schedules, payment terms, and warranties. And itong mga elements na to nag-ensure na yung parehong party ay naiintindihan ng maayos yung kanilang mga responsibilities. And once na ma-deliver na yung system, nag-perform na ng final acceptance yung organization, wherein dapat defined dun sa contract and yung system dapat makapasa sa lahat ng mga test bago gawin yung final payment. And acceptance is based on whether the system meets all specified requirements. Itong step na to ay critical kasi nai-ensure na yung organization ay nagabayad doon sa system na fully functional and compliant sa kung ano man yung kailangan nila. This chapter also discusses IT contract issues, wherein yung mga buyer, meron silang disadvantage minsan kasi yung mga suppliers ay mas may technical expertise. So yung mga poorly defined contracts, nagaresulta siya sa system failure, financial loss, and legal disputes. Dito nangyayari na yung role ng IT auditor. Yung auditor kasi nire-review niya yung contract terms, especially dun sa supplier liability, and also ina-evaluate whether yung performance measurements ay clearly defined and whether contract provisions protect the organization's interest, which strengthens yung control and reduces legal and financial risk. Another key concept here is strategic sourcing and supplier management, wherein yung mga organizations nag-decide naman sila kung yung source IT ay services internally or externally. However, yung outsourcing kasi nag-introduce siya ng mga risk kagaya ng loss of control and dependency sa suppliers. While yung centralized sourcing, nakakatulong siya para ma-standardize yung systems and mabawasan yung mga cost. And then finally, this chapter highlights audit involvement in software acquisition. Para ma-reduce yung mga risk, kailangan yung IT auditor i-evaluate niya yung several controls, including ensuring alignment with business IT and strategy, defining clear information requirements, and conducting proper feasibility studies. And also the auditor verifies that functionality, operational acceptance, and maintenance requirements are identified. And then the auditor checks whether the system conforms to existing architecture and meets security and control requirements, and assess whether the organization understands available solutions and acquisition methodologies. Dito rin, yung user involvement ay mahalaga, and without user buy-in, systems may fail even if technically sound. And then last is, i-evaluate ng auditor yung supplier requirements and viability para ma-ensure na yung vendor na yun ay kayang mag-provide ng long-term support sa company. So, yung audit involvement sa software acquisition ay essential para mabawasan or ma-reduce yung risk at ma-ensure yung successful implementation ng company. By evaluating alignment, requirements, feasibility, controls, and supplier viability, nakakatulong yung IT auditor para makagawa ng informed decisions yung organization regarding dun sa software acquisition that supports long-term operational success and system reliability. So, in conclusion, dito sa chapter 15, pinapakita yung kahalagahan ng IT sourcing, which highlights na hindi lang siya about purchasing technology, but rather it is a strategic process that involves planning, evaluation, risk management, and control.